Okay, we have first few people here. Welcome to the information session or webinar for the IT Law program, the one-year specialization master's program at the School of Law at the University of Tartu. I'm happy to welcome you all here. My name is Liisi Adamson. I am the director of the IT Law program. And during this webinar with me here today is one of our current students from this year, Mariam, who will share her experience in the program as well. So thank you for lending us your time and giving us your perspective. So, yeah. So welcome to the webinar, and welcome to the or allowing us the opportunity to introduce you the program that we're currently offering at the School of Law. What we'll do today is that I, as the program director, will tell you a little bit about the program, what we're offering you here, who are our partners, how can you apply to the program, and then Mariam will share her experience at the program with the studies and studying in Estonia. But before we get started, I want to allow one of our former students to tell us what it was like to study here in Estonia. So let's take a couple of minutes and see what one of our former students had to say about studying here at the Masters in IT Law.
My name is Marielle. I was working as a lawyer in Dominican Republic when I started writing my bachelor's thesis about regulating blockchain. While researching, I ended up reading an article about Estonia, a country in the north where public services are entirely on the internet. In Estonia, you can do your taxes, register a company, and buy a house online in minutes. But Estonia is not only very high-tech and flexible, it is also very down-to-earth. The country constantly looks into ways to innovate, be it in technology or in law. Even though it's a country with the most tech unicorns per capita than anywhere else in the world, there are still plenty of questions to answer and plenty of conundrums to solve. That's when I realized I wanted to specialize in technology law, and University of Tartu has a perfect master's program for that. The IT law program provides us technical as well as legal knowledge. Yes, we learn to code, but not only. The program equips us with the necessary building blocks to comprehensively understand multifaceted IT law issues. We delve into a wide variety of areas of IT law, from data protection, cybersecurity, to AI, intellectual property, and everything else in the startup ecosystem. Our study days are from Thursday to Saturday, which allows me to have a fair work-study life balance. I always plan a walk or a trip in between study days and exams. Estonia has 4 seasons. I never had that back home. In the Caribbean, it's just hot. I love that the IT law program challenges my thinking, pushes it outside of conventional boundaries, and Tartu, at the same time, allows me to experience the life of a student city. Every course in the IT law program taught by an expert in their field opens up my horizon. But the IT law program is not just about the laws and the knowledge you're getting from it. It is also about the connections, friends, and the network you build. School years are the years you take to invest in your future. There's no need to stress, just live this time to the fullest to experience. Experience life in the north, in Estonia, in University of Tartu. Take the leap and create your own story as a lawyer of the future. Apply for the IT law program and become the lawyer of the future. University of Tartu, School of Law. My name is...
So I hope that gave you a little bit of a glimpse what it might be like to study in Estonia, to study at the IT law program. But if that wasn't convincing enough yet, then I will tell you a little bit about the program, why it was called to life, and what do we do here in Estonia, and why you should join us for the next academic year. So the next cohort for the IT law program is going to be the 10th cohort of the IT law program. As you can see, for the past 9 years now, Mariam being part of the 9th cohort, we've been teaching lawyers who already have a prior degree, whether it's a 4-year bachelor's degree or a master's degree, the ins and outs of technology and law and everything in between and at the intersection of those. It was one of our former presidents who very famously said that in the future, we don't need only lawyers or doctors or security guards, but they will also be all specialists in information technology. And that's why this program was called to life. Lawyers nowadays cannot be just lawyers. Of course, you can do contract law, but technology is so embedded in our lives that being a lawyer, if you're not in those very specific and conservative fields of law, necessitates that you have some sort of a knowledge of IT and of technology as well. What we want to do at this program is to provide you with that perspective and provide you with that knowledge, how technology and information technology in particular intersects with law and with the future regulatory developments. So at the IT Law program, what we want to offer you is not only a comprehensive set of knowledge and technical skills in IT law, but we apply a problem-based approach to your studies, and we focus on solving real-life situations, which means that wherever you are from, whether it's from Tunisia to Vietnam to Colombia, you'll be able to apply that knowledge in wherever you go. We also aim to bring the best experts and practitioners in IT law from around the world in front of your classroom, so that you would have that expert view and you can get the best practical knowledge from the people who are actually already working in the field. And what we also have seen and what we want our students to get from this program is this opportunity to build your global network for your future ambitions. We have students who have finished this program, have gone to build Ukraine-EU relations, or have gone to become assistant professors at Harvard or at MIT. So the options that this program or the kind of the jumping board that this program gives you is actually endless. And this global network of people that the IT law program has brought together and that it provides you with after graduation should set you up for future success. Should definitely set you up for future success. So if you are a graduate of the IT law program, you really are the new law practitioner of the innovative generation. You can work not only in law firms or IT companies as an in-house counsel, you can also work in state offices or ministries or at national defense agencies or militaries, not to speak about think tanks and international organizations. So your options that this program opens for you are literally endless. It depends what you want to do with this degree at the end of the 1 year, should you choose to join us. It is a 1-year master's program in IT law. It is 60 credits, and it has 4 kind of distinctive parts to this 1 year that you're going to be spending with us. One part is the specialization courses in IT law, which includes technical subjects, but also legal subjects. The second part are optional courses where you can take whatever courses you want from the university, be it languages, be it something related to entrepreneurship, be it something related to AI, whatever you want, you can take from the University of Tartu course list. Then you have practical training, which is a semester-long program where you'll be advising different kind of startups, solving their legal problems, but it has kind of this also entrepreneurship aspect added to it, because you'll be searching for your own clients, identifying their legal problems, and then solving those legal problems. So it truly is a practical training that takes place in the spring semester. And then, because it's a 1-year program, it doesn't end with a master thesis, but it ends with a master's exam, which has 3 parts, where you'll be writing a smaller research paper on an innovative IT law topic. This is something that we call the IT Law Lab, which is kind of this hub for innovative thinking. And then you'll have a legal memo and a legal essay that you need to write, but those are separated between 2 different semesters. So it's not all at once, and you have this kind of 3-part master's exam to conclude your studies in this program. As I said, the program combines technical subjects, but also legal subjects. From the technical area, you'll have courses on artificial intelligence and law, information infrastructure and architecture, introduction to programming, information security and public e-services. So from this list, truly technical, our introduction to programming and information security. All of the other courses combine this technical perspective with the legal perspective. And then in the optional courses section, you'll have also fundamentals of ICT for those who feel like they need a bit of a brush up when it comes to information technology and technology in general. So from the legal subjects, you'll have privacy and data protection. You'll have a course that focuses on e-commerce and IT contracts, intellectual property protection. You have cyber defense and international cybersecurity, digital evidence and cybercrime. And then you have one very special course, which brings together this whole life cycle of a startup, basically, or what we like to call an IPR-intensive enterprise. So that is a course that'll take you kind of from the birth of the startup until death of the startup. So from founding to bankruptcy or closing down the company. So that's a very special course that brings you very different perspectives and highlights those issues that are important for startups. In the spring semester, you'll also have options for 3 different optional courses. So human rights and information technology, competition law and market regulation in digital economy, and a brand new course as of this spring is IT law through case law. Which will bring you the latest developments in the field of IT law through international courts. So, as I said, the IT law program brings together different experts and practitioners. We want this to be a very practical program so that you can really apply the knowledge that you're getting. And to do that, we have established cooperation with many different institutions, from different Estonian ministries, from the Ministry of Economics and Communications, from the Ministry of Justice. We have a lecturer from European Commission. We have a lecturer from the MITRE Corporation from the US. We have the State Prosecutor's Office. We have Verif, who is one of the Estonian unicorns, and many more partners who all contribute on a yearly basis to make sure that our students here in Tartu get the most updated and practical approach to the field of IT law. We also have several extracurricular activities that you can take part in. So you can apply to take part in various moot courts. So some students are very interested in mooting. So we have several options, from the Vienna Data Protection Moot Court to Space Law Moot Court to International Law Moot Courts. So whatever you're interested in, we offer that here as well. You can visit IT companies and state agencies if you want. We wanted to start with the IT Law podcasts already last year. So hopefully we can make that a reality this spring, but that's definitely coming. And that's a project where we want the students to interview the experts that are most fascinating for them. So we're hoping to launch that this spring. And of course, Tartu as a student city offers numerous student activities, right? So you have culture nights, you have student days, you have movie nights. So there are plenty of cultural opportunities for you to join as well. Tartu as a city, for some of you who come from very large cities, Tartu is a small but cozy city in the south of Estonia. It is also the European Capital of Culture in 2024. As I said, it is a university town. It is home to the oldest university in Estonia, and it really oozes that in on every corner where you go. You see when September hits, all of the students come back, and it really becomes a bustling student city where you see students reading through their materials or discussing case law in various cafes all over town, or the library or the new Delta building. So you can really see the city come to life once the students arrive in the autumn. Tartu as a city also emphasizes innovation, right? We have several innovation hubs. We have a very dynamic environment where cutting edge technologies are developed. And we have several big, or in that sense, important entrepreneurs who also build their businesses in Tartu. Tartu is also a very green city. It has a river that runs through it. It has plenty of parks where to spend time. When it gets a little bit warmer, we do have 4 seasons, as Marielle said in the beginning of the video. So right now it's winter, but when spring hits, then the green spaces come back as well. You have several parks and small nooks and the botanical gardens around town where to sit, enjoy the greenery, and do your homework or spend time with friends. And it's a very historical city, and as I said previously, it is a cultural hub. So we have a theater, plenty of concerts. In the European Capital of Culture 2024 program, there are plenty of nice things to partake in should you choose to join us. So what we encourage you to do today is to apply for the program. We'll be happy to answer all of the questions at the end, but a little bit about the application process before I give the word over to Mariam to discuss her experience. The application deadline for the program is 15th of March. The application started already on the 2nd of January, but you still have quite a bit of time to prepare your application. We do have some educational requirements for the program, so you need to have either a 4-year bachelor's degree worth of 240 ECTs, or you need to have a master's degree, and you need to have an English language proficiency test done. But once those things are done and you have written your motivation letter and you send us your documents, then we'll have 2 rounds for the candidates who qualify. So we have a documents round. And then those of you who have shown through their motivation letter that you truly want to be here are then invited to the interview rounds where we will discuss with you what you want to do with the degree and what your interest specifically in the IT law field is. You can apply through Dream Apply if you're an international student, or through SAIS if you're an Estonian national. So depending on whichever platform you need to apply from, the process will be the same for both. The results will be announced on the 30th of April this year, and as every year we have 25 spots in the program, and we have tuition waivers for we have 6 tuition waivers, 5 for citizens of EU and 1 for all citizenships then. And all of this information can also be found on the website, so no worries if you didn't jot it down all immediately. But this is now my sales pitch for you to come and join us. But now I'd love to give the floor to Mariam to share her experience, what it is like to study at the IT law program.
Thank you so much, Liisi, for the great presentation. I'm really honored to be here among you. And I was earlier telling Liisi how I was excited when she suggested that I could actually participate in this webinar, because before I remember that I was on the other side of the screen, and now I get to, sorry for the noise because I'm in the airport. And now I get to be actually on this side of the screen. So I would like to start sharing my presentation. Okay, can you see it?
Yes,
okay.
We can see you.
It's more of a slideshow and few pictures so you can visualize when I'm presenting more than a presentation. So I would like to start with my experience in general, how it started, the idea of applying, and actually the application and the whole experience. So my experience in the University of Tartu was, for me, life-changing. And the idea started in 2018. It was like, it took a while. I took a while before I mastered the courage to hit that apply now button, because for a few years I felt like I might not be ready or might not have that enough experience. But inside of me, I knew like I was interested in the digital rights and intrigued by the intersection of law and technology. And I felt that is what actually represented the future for us legal scholars and practitioners. So I finally mastered the course and clicked that apply button. And the application process was actually smooth. I received the response from the university, we can say quickly compared to other programs. I cannot describe enough how much I was excited when I received that email informing me that I got accepted into this program. I really hugged all members of my family. So about the course of IT law from my perspective as a student, the program is really interesting, and it may seem challenging at a certain point, especially the technical courses like information security or programming. Many like classmates at a certain point were confused in the beginning of the year in terms of the reason why do we need these courses as legal scholars. However, as you progress in the semester, you really get to understand that the technical information you received in those courses is key to be able to understand some upcoming legal courses. For example, the information we learned in information security about viruses, worms, encryption were used in the cyber defense course, which is a legal course. So this is actually one of the things that I enjoyed about the IT law program. It was designed in a really smart way that incorporated legal and technical knowledge, and you actually get to use the acquired technical knowledge in your legal classes. So in the same year, you get to use the knowledge you acquired. So no matter how challenging it may seem at a certain point, don't worry, because the professors here are so supportive and encouraging. I personally ask 1,000 questions each class. But the environment is really, really adapted to help you and guide you throughout the learning process, which is really great. And I really loved about the experience here in the IT law program. So now let's talk a little bit about the experience. I would like first to share with you a little bit about two pictures here with two of our professor. It's a group picture. Two of our professors, the AI and law, the information infrastructure. Two amazing professors. I would like to thank them. And I would like also now to move on to the general experience in Tartu. So once I arrived to Tartu, I was super excited to start this new journey, but I was also a bit worried as I know that the lifestyle in Tartu is totally different from the one in Tunisia. And it is also the first time for me living abroad for a whole year. However, I came here with an open mind, willing to learn more about the culture and adapt to any situation I may face. When I first arrived to Tartu, I was like mesmerized with the views, as it was the fall season and the trees were covered in beautiful colors, even though the weather was a bit cold compared to the weather in Tunisia, because when I left it was 40 degrees and I came here it was 15. It's like our winter. So at the beginning also, when you come in as a foreign student, you may feel like a little bit alone, especially if you know no one here before coming, but I can assure you that that will change with time. As much as you put yourself out there and participate in activities, you will get to know many amazing people and form lifelong friendships. There is certain also a Facebook group that personally helped me before I came here. For example, the group Foreigners in Tartu. It is managed by the university too. So whenever I needed certain information before coming here or while I'm here, I sometimes share posts there, and many people, like helpful people, like commented and helped me through like learning more about the life here. So I recommend joining that group. Also, whenever I had a question, I could reach also to my friends and classmates here. I recommend also joining one of the student organizations in the University of Tartu. I personally joined International Student Ambassadors, but it's not also the only organization here. There is UTSU, there is ESN. They have different perspective and they offer options of activities for different people. I think that experience for me was like helped me live the full student experience as we organized a lot of events. We had like team building activities. It was really fun and you'll get to like form a really nice friendship and meet people from different programs. Okay, so the last point for me, and not the least, it is the weather. Because before coming here, the most like sentence that I heard the most is be aware of the weather in Estonia. So I still had no idea before coming or at the beginning when I came here on how should I be prepared or what should I wear in the like cold winter of Tartu and Estonia. However, with the help of super nice Estonian classmates and amazing student ambassadors, I got help in terms of what should I wear in winter and how I should layer clothes and keep warm and drink my vitamin D to compensate for the lack of sun during the winter. Even though it might be super cold during the winter, but the views of Tartu covered in ice is really amazing. I would like to end this part of the session by a quote that I shared on the International Student Ambassador page. You are stronger than you may think. When I arrived here to Tartu, I had a lot of worries, but I was able to, would I be able to make it? Would I be able to succeed? It is a totally different, I mean, educational environment, new courses, like technical aspect. Would I be able to adapt? But like seeing myself now, I'm so happy that I was part of this program because I can notice that I changed for the best between the time I joined the program and arrived and today. And I'm sure I will change again between now and the end of the year. So I'm really proud of that. And I hope that most of you will be able to experience it too. To end this presentation, I would like to share with you some picture of Tartu, like with snow and the beautiful views of Tartu. These are some pictures that I took with my phone during the Christmas celebration here in Tartu. It's so beautiful. Yeah, thank you so much. And I hope I didn't make it too long for you.
No, thank you so much, Miriam. It's wonderful to hear about your experience in the program. So thank you so much for taking the time and sharing what it's like, because I, as an Estonian, I can always say what it's going to be like, but as an international student, you will be the most equipped to give our prospective candidates or future students the information on what it's really like here, right? So if you now you've heard three perspectives. You heard a perspective from one of our alumni. You've heard my perspective as a program director, and you've heard Miriam's perspective as a current student. If you now have any other questions, then always between today and until application period, always feel free to drop me an email with any and all concerns you might have. You can find answers to most of your questions usually on our website as well. If you just type in ut.ee/IT law, you can see a more in-depth overview about the courses, about the program, about your prospects as a future student or as a future alumnus, and all of that as well. If you have any questions after that, then of course feel free to contact me, and I will happily provide you any additional information. I think I've answered quite a few questions that arose throughout this half hour that we've had. But if there are any other questions that you might have right now, then me and Miriam both, we are very happy to answer them. I think we've answered 5 questions thus far. Are there any others that those of you who have joined us here today might have about the application process, about studying in Estonia, about our 4 seasons. We've had in previous years as well students who we've advised on which kind of winter boots to buy, and they have all survived the Estonian winter as well, and come to join the Estonian spring in the spring semester.
We also have blogs on the International Student Ambassador page that will help students like understand how to adapt to Estonian winter.
Yeah,
you can find them on International Student Ambassadors page.
Yeah. So I don't see any questions popping up at the moment. As I said, if there are any, one question came up. A question on English language requirements. So can an exception be made for English language teacher? So whether an exception can be made or not is decided by the admissions office. So if you want to have a verified answer to that, then you should contact the Miss Eda Tursk from the UT admissions office, and she can answer you whether that would qualify or not. That is really their decision, whether a language certificate passes that threshold or not. So if you could send them an email about that, then I'm sure that they will provide an answer to that. Yeah. So if there are any or no other questions, then I thank you for allowing us this time. Thank you, Miriam, for allowing us your time in between traveling to provide our prospective candidates your perspective. I truly think that having this real bringing you this real perspective from a student that's actually studying in the program always helps prospective students to understand what it's really like. If you have any questions after this, then once again, feel free to contact me after this. And thank you again for your time. And I do hope to see you all of here in Tartu in autumn 2024 for our 10th cohort of the IT law program. Thank you. So I got one more question about PhD from UK University. So if you have had certain secondary or tertiary education from an English-speaking university, then that usually grants the exception. But I would, again, verify it with the admissions office as well, so that you would have that straight from the source. Yeah. Okay. I see no other questions. So with that, then thank you once more, and we'll conclude the session here.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Liisi.
Thank you, Miriam.